Hey guys, what's going on? It's your good guy here, PrinceOnyx, and I am back to deliver a couple of more Oh, my bad, I thought somebody was calling me. Anyway, to deliver a couple of more videos with the whole weekly wrap-up thing. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Excuse me. So in the world of theater, because yes, I was in musical theater in high school, and that was actually originally a little bit about me, a story time, a little short story time, if you will. Originally, when I, wanted to go to college, I wanted to major in, of course, film directing and screenwriting and theater. So I wanted to do like a triple major, I believe. Yeah, that's what it's called. I wanted to do a triple major. But, things didn't work out the way that I planned, and it's like, it is what it is. I'm finishing up, college now, getting my associates in communications, and, hey, shit happens. But anyway, so in the world of theater, with the famous, infamous play of, well, not really infamous. Anyway, with the famous play of Hamilton being on Broadway, there has been recently a lot of controversy that has come up, and the controversy is because of the casting call. Because the reason why it's controversial is because the casting call for the actors, like everybody in the play, with the exception of the I believe it's the guy who plays Hamilton, he's the only like white actor. Everybody else is either African American or non-black, Hispanic, and or Latino. So it's a very diverse cast. So basically, with theater, oftentimes certain plays they switch up the characters. They, switch up the characters in the sense of the cast, like they get new cast members here and there. And so when they put out the casting call was for, because I have the article pulled up. Let me just, there we go. I have the article pulled up, and basically it was about the casting call for non-white actors and actresses. So of course, white people got in their feelings, and for the the white people who love to say that reverse racism is a real thing when it really isn't. They got in their feelings, and they pretty much were upset about this, and they just were like, "Oh, this is racist," and bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Okay, because let's go ahead and let's pull up something that happened 5 years ago when the first Hunger Games movie was coming out. The casting call for that, they specifically said, because I actually have that article pulled up as well. They specifically said that they said that the actress who would be submitting for Katniss, and I quote, should be Caucasian between ages 15 and 20, who could portray someone underfed but strong and naturally pretty underneath the tomboyishness. And also, I remember I came across something on Tumblr that talked about how the casting call for Hunger Games was whitewashed, and in the terms of they didn't want any actresses of color, no black actresses, no actresses of color to audition for the role. Even though in the book itself, because in the literature world, the fans of the book series, they were even upset about the casting as well, because they were like, oh, Katniss, her skin, and her in the book, she was described as having like dark olive skin and brown dark hair, because like with the world of Hunger Games being set within like what 1,000 some odd years in the future, due to all like the race mixing and stuff like that, it's kind of very difficult to tell like who's what exactly. So the author went out of her way to describe the skin tone, hair, all that stuff. But also more so, let's go ahead and just talk about it overall. Like when you think about it, in theater and in the world of Hollywood, casting calls, can be very specific. Again, I did musical theater when I was in high school, so casting calls are very specific. Casting directors, it's okay for them to say they just want this certain role, this certain type of person, hair color, eye color, skin color, gender, age, what else? Yeah, gender, age. Yeah, it's like, hell, I think even religion and maybe even sexuality, I'm not too sure about. I feel like those may be included, but I don't know. But anyway, it's like casting calls, people can have whatever type of casting calls they want. But here's the thing, though. Of course, white people are in their feelings because it doesn't include them. You see where I'm getting at? You see, the thing is, they're so used to this, falls right in line with white privilege. They're so used to being, the center of everything, that when you exclude them, let's take a trip down memory lane. Let's have a flashback to back in February with the Super Bowl and the whole formation thing with Beyonce. you know, when you don't include them, they get upset. And it's just like, no one cares. Like, no one freaking cares. Like, no one cares. It's not always about you. The world does not center around you. You think that because that's the way that the world is set up to make you think that the world centers around you because you're oh so goddamn important, but it doesn't center around you. It doesn't. And it's like, this is no knock because it's like, listen, I have friends. I have white friends. I have people in my life who are white. I don't just have all black friends. I'm a very diverse person when it comes to my friendships and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I kind of was stuttering at the beginning of that sentence was because it's like, I have white friends. It's, the whole thing about, oh, I have friends that are black. I was thinking about that, but it's like, whatever. You all who are watching understand what I'm trying to say. So anyway, it's just, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, they want to get upset because, it's not always about them and they're being excluded. It's like, in a world where we are still fighting for diversity, we're still fighting to be heard, we're still, fighting for our lives, essentially, we're still fighting for justice and respect. Still fighting for justice and respect. It's just, the world doesn't revolve around y'all. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, and no, it's not all white people, but it's the majority. Again, it's not all, but it's the majority. And it's just, it pisses me off because it's like, y'all, they getting upset, and it's like, if the shoe is on, it's like no one says it. It's like people don't say nothing when the casting calls are, oh, we specifically want Caucasian, we want all white. Nobody else is allowed to audition. No black, no Hispanic, no Asian, no Latino, no Latina, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Haitian, Jamaican, none of that. None of it. It's like, it's like, the pot calling the fucking kettle black. It's like y'all get upset when y'all are excluded, but then expect us to shut the hell up when we are not included. Like, what type of illogical ass thinking is that? I was gonna say logical, but let me not give them too much credit. Fucking illogical bastards. Anyway, it's like, the moral of the story is, it's not always about y'all, and who really gives a fuck? Like, you get upset so damn much, and it's really fucking ridiculous, and it's like, it's not always about y'all. It's not. It's really not, if y'all really want to be honest. So anyway, that is all I have on this topic. I will come back to you guys with more videos. Let me cool my jets, calm it down, and get ready to do these other videos, these other topics. But let me know what you guys think about this situation with the Hamilton Broadway play casting call for non-white actors. And, let's have a discussion about it. How do you feel about it? Do you, for those of you all who do go to the theater, not just the movie theater, but go to Broadway and see these plays, how do you feel about the diversity in stage plays? How do you feel about casting calls in general? Do you think that a non-white casting call signifies some form of reverse racism? How do you feel about casting calls that only want, white actors and actresses, especially when it comes to, let me bring this up, especially when it comes to films that are based on real life people who 9 times out of 10 were actually people of color, but the thing is, they cast a white person, don them up, don them up in makeup, hair, prosthetics, and all that in order to make them look like a certain race. It's been done plenty of times, not just with African American folks, but with Latinos, with Latinas, with Asians, with anybody who's non-white, in real life. And there's a movie that's been made about them. 9 times out of 10, a white person was chosen for the role, even when the person who the movie is about was not white in real life. I'm just saying. So anyway, I will be back with another topic. This is PrinceOnyx. I am signing off for now. I will see you guys in a little bit. Peace. Hope you all enjoyed this video. See ya.
You see me, I'm gonna give you the tea.